if you're relatively healthy, you're pretty fortunate.
Yeah, everybody's nicked up this time of year. Josh played a lot of basketball, a lot of minutes. Particularly the Railers only going about 8 deep, so a lot of kids getting a lot of minutes. And the Railers win the opening tip.
And, you know, since Mahomet hasn't seen this team, you wonder if they run the alley-oop play for Christian to start the game.
How about that?
They tried to, but it was tipped away, so Railers' first possession goes awry, and it'll go over to Mahomet. And we will get their starters as the game progresses. Railers going with the starting 5 they've been using over the last 10 games of Kirby, Gesner, Cook, Block, and Van Hook. Mahomet, Chad Kibler, inside out on the left wing. That is Garrett Risley, a 5'9 senior. Turnaround 15-footer by Reed Farshman is up and no good. Rebound comes down to the Railers.
Yeah, good job by Max. He did a good job of boxing out, and he was going against 2 guys for that rebound and was very strong with it.
Block on top to Gesner. Swings it around right side to Christian. Christian pulls up 17-footer. Misses it. Rebound comes down to the Bulldogs. That's Farshman, the 6'4 senior.
Yeah, you got to think the Railers can do a little bit of what they did last night and go to the basket early on. We got a lot of hoops going to the basket. We've got them in foul trouble last night, and the Railers can't be settling for long jump shots.
Tipped away again. Block comes out with it. Gavin's going to take it. Almost travels. Does a nice job keeping that pivot foot. Austin fakes one way, drives down the lane, kicks it over. Nice no-look pass to Christian for the layup is good.
Yep, great drive by Austin, who you don't normally see doing that. If he does do it, he kicks it out, and he did a nice job of kicking it to Van Hook. Van Hook did a nice job, too, of not staying where he was. He moved to the hoop.
A good shot selection, too. The Raiders have 3 2s and no 3s to this point.
Inside, ball again. They try to get it inside to a Clapper, and it's knocked away by Block. So Mahomet with yet another turnover.
Jeff, and you said it's nice to play somebody that hasn't seen your defense maybe ever, or at least not for a while. And, you know, people aren't used to it. You can take a toll on you.
Well, and you talk about the defense. They also haven't seen a lot of the offensive sets, and you wonder if that's why they started with the alley-oop attempt for Christian on the opening play.
I think anymore with the way that teams can tape and stuff during games, they can pick a lot of that out.
With the defense especially, you can watch it, but
right.
That's a lot different than playing against it.
You can't practice against that.
Railers swinging around the perimeter. 5:40 to go, first quarter. Railers with a 2-0 lead on a basket by Christian Van Hook. Block.
Railers real patient here, Jeff, just passing the ball around the three-point line, looking to penetrate.
Gavin's going to drive down the lane. A little finger roll off the glass, up and good.
Kind of nice to see him get going early, too. He's been in a little slump. He's had, of course, the competition has gotten a little stronger and quicker, and Gavin's got to kind of got to move with that and get a little better at that. But he's kind of struggled in the last few games.
Yeah, we were talking about that. He kind of hit a wall a little bit,
right.
And Railers are going to need him if they're going to go far in the state.
Dump it down low for Remen. Shot is
nice
up,
block.
partially blocked. Coming down to Farshman. He goes up strong. Christian tried to get that one. Foul is going to be whistled, and it's going to be sending the Bulldogs to the line, trying to get their first points on the board. Foul looks to be whistled against the sophomore, Max Cook. So at the line will be 6'4 senior Reed Farshman. First free throw rattles in and out, no good. We said Farshman playing for Mahomet. They come in 13-11, coached by Chad Benedict. Second one up. That one is good. Bulldogs on the board. 4-1, Railers with the advantage. Looking to move above 500. Max dumps it down to Gavin, who passes it over to Christian. Gavin probably should have taken that. It was wide open. Max, top of the key, 3, up and good.
Yeah, he's wide open. Gavin, you got to shoot that basketball.
Yeah.
You're 6'4", and you got a 3-footer. I don't care if somebody's around you or not. You better power up and go into them. And there's times where you can't be so unselfish. You better shoot the ball.
And that's one of the issues we've seen with this team, guys, is we've had players that get in the lane as a jumper off the glass is no good by Clapper. Cook with the rebound is sometimes they've been just a little too unselfish.
Yeah, Max did another good job at rebounding. He had 5 last night and already off to a good start on 2. He's done an excellent job of weak side rebounding.
Jim Ware real quiet right now.
Kirby tried to get it down low to Christian, and a foul is going to be whistled on the 6'3 senior Kurt Clapper. That'll be his first. And guys, that looked like the play we saw a lot the years that Josh Sutton was here, that was the play we always opened every game with and usually got 2 points out of it.
Yeah, but Mahomet's doing a good job of help defense. They're really taking away the cutters, and they pretty much stopped that play that, like you said, Jeff, usually works automatic.
Halfway through the first, Railers up 7-1. Cook with 3, Van Hooken blocked 2 for the Railers in the scoring column. Cook on the right wing to Gesner. Gesner goes right by his guy, throws it up off the glass. It won't go down, but a foul will send Gesner to the line, and he will be shooting 2. You know, you look at Jordan, you don't think of him as quick, but that time, quick first step got him to the basket.
He's been a lot quicker than he was last year. You know, you could tell what he's done in the weight room. His arms are bigger. He jumps better this year. And I thought last year he was pretty strong through about 3/4 of the season, and then all of a sudden he hit a wall last year, and his quickness went down, his shooting went down, and I think his confidence went down. This year he's much stronger built. He's been able to go through this whole season.
Yeah, and it is showing. He's playing much better basketball, and he certainly can't be muscled around like he used to be.
Gesner gets the first one to drop. Second one on the way. Good as well. Railers did a nice job from the line last night as they were 10 of 13, and they hit their first 2 here tonight, and they're up 9-1.
Well, good start for the Railers, Jeff, just what they were looking for at home. It's a quiet gym. The Railers are going to have to generate their own excitement if they're going to make this place rock tonight.
Dumping inside for Farshman. Podbelsic comes from the backside and tips it away. Gets the steal over to Gesner. Railers again forcing a turnover. Gesner looks to drive in. Cut off by Farshman. Block. Pulls in. 14-footer on the way off. No good. Christian tried to grab the rebound. Hits the baseline. Headed towards the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I like that, though. Gavin didn't settle for the 3. He had a wide open lane. He could have probably even gone in for a layup, but he pulled up from about 15. Not a bad shot. I like that. Get in a little closer and get an easier shot.
Risley throws it right to Max Cook. Max 2-on-4 spin move, and I think it went off Max's leg. Nope, we caught a break there, and it'll stay with the Railers, but it certainly looked like it rolled right down Max's leg.
It surely did, but the Railers will take it.
A lot of turnovers for the Bulldogs already, and it's just another thing you don't see this offense or this defense a lot.
Nice lob play. Gesner threw it up. Christian went up and got it. Just dumped it in the basket, and a timeout is going to be taken. Just a 30 by Mahomet. Christian with his fourth point of the night. Also, guys, that basket gives him 500 points in his career here with the Railers.
Well, that's a big,
just a couple seasons. I mean, you know, I don't know that he got a lot of time. I don't think he got hardly any time as a sophomore. Yep. And then mainly last year, you had him
off the bench,
4 or 5 points a game, maybe. You know, a lot of that has been mainly been this year.
Yep. So hats off to Christian, and certainly a help for the Railers.
And one thing, Josh, Tom wasn't able to be with us last night. One thing we saw that was really encouraging, remember in I think it was the 4th quarter, the nice move in the lane that Christian made, and you commented it's one of the best post moves you've seen him make all year.
Well, he pump faked and got his guy up in the air and did kind of what maybe the old schoolers would say, the up and under. And we haven't really seen Christian do a lot of post moves, and that was just what you want to do.
And we've got over and back as the Bulldog Kibler, as he tried to receive the pass into the front court, jumped from the back court. And Tom, as we all know, that when you jump from the back court until you land in the front court, you're still considered to be in the back court. A sage official taught me that.
You are where your feet were. Yeah, Josh hit it on the head earlier. It not only is it an odd defense, but they really don't have any idea where the Railers are coming from. I've seen 2 steals now where Mahomet simply threw the ball right to a Railer, so they had to have no idea that they were headed in that direction.
Railers turn it over as Bowlby is into the contest and whistled for his first foul. He was whistled for a hold as he was trying to set himself up to get the ball in the post.
Yeah, you just can't post up anymore. I mean, that was a guy posting up to the ball, and there's contact. I'm not sure about that one.
2.5 to go in the first quarter. Mahomet still looking for their first field goal of the night. They've got 1 free throw, and the Railers are up 11-1. Farshman turns, little floater from 15 off the glass and good.
Yeah, too easy. If you're going to let him get it in the middle, the kid's going to be able to score it from there. He's got a nice-looking jump shot from 15. He missed one earlier, but the Railers got to do a better job of keeping it out of the middle.
Christian high post to Bowlby. Edward looks in the corner. Podbelsic fires a 3. Won't go down, but Will's going to go to the line, and he will be shooting 3 after he is fouled by Brad Herman, the 6'3 junior. So Pod at the line, shooting 3.
Yeah, Coach Benedict for Mahomet, not too happy for the start. And he's been I know, an assistant over at Illini Central, so he's got some, knows definitely about the Railer program. And he may have even been a head coach for a couple of years, I'm not sure. But familiar guy in this area for basketball.
Belsick, first one down.
Very good basketball player at Illini Central, too. I think he went to Monmouth and played basketball there also.
Well, there's the connection with Coach Alexander, then the Monmouth connection. Interesting. It seems like a good school for the Railers to play, Josh.
Yeah, I think it's a good non-conference game, not far away. You play a school that's relatively your size, and you know, it'd be nice to get kind of a rivalry going. Not necessarily a rivalry, but a little gamesmanship with a non-conference school.
Well, yeah, Josh. Years ago, it was Mount Zion or Canton,
right? Mount Zion, yeah.
Well, who we developed just this intense non-conference rivalry with. And those things come and go with talent, but yeah, this would be nice.
Todd Belsick made all 3 free throws, make it 14-3, 2 minutes to go. Then Mahomet's whistled for the travel. So again, another turnover by the Bulldogs, and it has been a turnover fest so far for Mahomet.
I've got him with 5, Josh, and only 4 shots. So Jeff, it's they just haven't done a good job. There was a foul.
Todd Belsick tried to fire off a 3 from around a screen, but it was blocked by Harriman. Gesner tried to come in from behind and get the steal. 3 on the way from the right side. That is up and good for Kibler.
Both teams with only 1 3 each. Certainly not the norm for the Railers.
Gesner tries to answer with a 3. That's no good. Rebound comes down to Farshman, and Josh, again, that falls into the category of get that shot anytime you want.
Well, yeah, I'm okay with that if you've made 3 in a row before that. It's kind of a heat check. But not the first time, you know, just dribbling down.
Herman down the lane off the glass. Good. Mahomet's run off 5 in a row.
Christian went for a steal that time, missed it, and Herman turned around, took it right to the hoop.
14-8, that Railer lead that was up at 11 now down to just 6 as we hit the 1-minute mark here in the first quarter. Christian thought about it, top of the key, moved a little to the left, fired it off, and it just hung on the rim and wouldn't go down. So the Bulldogs a chance to draw even closer where it looked early on that maybe they were just going to be blown out early in this contest. But Coach Benedict called a timeout, got them settled down a little bit, and now they've got themselves within 6 as we're at 40 seconds to go. Pull-up jumper, that's on the way. That spins off no good from Risley. Gesner the rebound for the Railers.
Yeah, Railers are in dire need of a basket here. Get the last second shot. There's 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. Get a good shot and knock it down.
Gesner in the corner, out to Todd Belsick, down to 20. And hook between the circle, Jake Olson into the contest. He played real well last night against SHG. He handled a lot of the point guard duties when Cook was out with a little bit of an ankle injury. Down to 6. Jake thought about it, takes it. Front rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Mahomet. Fires 3-quarter court. It's on the way. It's going to miss off to the right-hand side, and that's our score at the end of 1. At the end of 1, it is Lincoln 14, Mahomet 8. We'll be back with the second quarter in 60 seconds. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.